Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jill with At Home with Jill, and I am literally embarrassed to show you guys my girls' room right now, but we are going to be decluttering it today and freshening it all up. I finally washed their big area rug, so I'm going to get that put back in here, and I have plans. Like, I finally came up with what I want to do with like the walls and the loft bed and the floor and everything. So what I'm gonna do is, well, I'll tell you at the end what I'm gonna do as far as fixing up their room. So I just wanted to start over here on one side at first. So I dumped that bin, which is just supposed to be the toy bin, and there was tons of dirty clothes in it. Of course, there was some trash in it. I wanted to immediately start a load of laundry so that their clothes can be washing while I am cleaning their room. They ended up having 3 loads of laundry from their bedroom. So yeah, I kept that going like the whole time I was in here working. So I'm just sorting clothes right now and then making a pile, or no, I didn't make any other pile right now. I just sorted clothes right now. And then, oh no, I was throwing stuff over, like, you can't see, but when I was throwing stuff past the hamper, I was making like a donate pile or trash pile. I ended up throwing away a lot of the donate pile just because so much of it was like junk or broken or like ripped dress up clothes, like that, just needed to be thrown away. So I was trying my best to work in an organized manner. So I just trying to get this whole side of the room done and touched so that I can move on to the other side. And I am just like sweeping everything over into a pile that is more manageable. And I could not believe like how much I'm my brain. I'm going to tell my girls that they are not allowed to like move furniture, because one thing they do is like they will move their dressers away from the wall and then they'll play behind it like they work at a store, which is totally fine. Okay? I love the make believe. But I don't want them to be allowed to move furniture, because then that piece of furniture like stays forward and a bunch of stuff gets piled behind it. And I think when they clean their room, they just kind of stuff everything wherever it will fit. So anyway, also I love doing this. I love sweeping up a bunch of crappy little junk toys and throwing them away. Like, I cannot stand junky little toys that they bring home, because this is what their room looks like all the time. Like, and people don't understand that. It's like I've told people, like, please don't give my kids like junk or whatever. Like, this is what their room looks like. They don't keep it clean. They do not put things back. They just don't. And if they have very few things in here, it's so much more manageable for them, and they don't get overwhelmed when I tell them it's time to clean their room. So like I keep very few things for them. Like what they play with on a daily basis is their stuffed animals. That's it. They are obsessed with their stuffed animals and they do so much with them, but all the other stuff, like they don't use. They sometimes play with their Barbies, so they weren't ready to get rid of those yet, which is fine. They play with them. I see them play with them. But for the most part, all the other stuff just makes a mess and doesn't get used. Also, a lot of the stuff that ends up in here making a mess as well is like paper and stuff. And I have very creative kids, okay? So I have actually come to terms with cleaning up a bunch of mess from like creations. Like, I know I'm not saying it right. I'm like having a hard time explaining it, but like Aubrey, for instance, like anytime a box comes into the house, she creates something out of it. Like there's this like cardboard round thing up there on her dresser right now that she made into a face, and it was hilarious and random, but it was creative. And like she's just very creative. She's really good at drawing. So it's hard for me to also throw away her drawings because I can just see the future artist. Like it's crazy. And like recently she used a bunch of cardboard and printer paper and made this giant dragon, like a giant dragon, and she was like riding it around the house and stuff. Now, eventually it turned into a crumpled up mess in her bedroom, but that's okay because she made it. She created something, had so much fun with it for a little while, and then it turned into trash, and that's fine. And it's fine. Like I'm okay with having to come in here and like organizing the trash away from the toys, like because it means that my kids had time to be creative and like make that mess. So I've actually become okay with it because when Cade was younger, he was the same way, and I was very like I didn't want the mess. So I was like, "No, sorry, you can't keep this box. Like this box is trash." Like I was very adamant on like you cannot keep trash in your room. Like empty boxes are trash. And like I feel so bad that I like stifled his creativity. And so now with Aubrey, like I'm learning to just embrace it. And like usually the creations only last less than a week anyway. And so, you know, it is what it is. And then it can get thrown away because you can't keep every creation, obviously. Like there's no room. It probably would have been cool to like hang her dragon up on the wall in here, but it was so huge. I'm going to try to find a picture of it and put it in here. So I'm sure a lot of you are probably also wondering about this hideous, disgusting looking floor. So years ago, when I think we had lived here for maybe a year or so, I just could not handle the carpet in the bedrooms anymore. The carpets were so old and disgusting and ugly. Like the carpet in here was purple and it was like, it felt like sandpaper. Okay. It was awful and it had so many stains. So, anyway, we did not have enough money for renovations at the time. And so I ripped up the carpet in here and I did this like decoupage floor. So I bought a big old roll of white craft paper and I ripped it up into like big chunks, like big random chunks. And I literally like glued them to the floor. Okay. So this was glued down white craft paper. And then I did several coats of polyurethane made for floors on top of it. So it was just this pretty white, like marbly looking floor, okay? It looked really, really cool. But obviously the polyurethane has like worn out over time and it just got really stained looking in here and it doesn't like I've tried to mop it and it actually starts making like the paper soggy. That's how I know the top coat has worn off because I used to be able to mop it and it would look clean and pretty still. And it didn't look like wet paper. But anyway, over time, it just like now, even when I mop in here, it still looks like ugly like that. So anyway, their floor is going to be getting a makeover, even though we have very soon we have plans of getting flooring throughout the whole house, like new floor through the whole house. So every floor in the house will be the same. I cannot wait for that, but that is happening after our kitchen. And so, I can't wait that long for their floor to look nice. So I'm going to be repainting the whole floor and then drawing fake wood planks and then staining inside the planks to look like fake wood. That's what my bedroom floor is. Mine is just on raw concrete. I painted the concrete and made it look like wood flooring. Everybody is shocked when they come over and they learn that my floor is not wood floors. So it's pretty cool. And I plan on doing that in their room as well. So that's what their flooring is going to be. And I have some plans for the walls as well. Okay, so this pile right here was stuff that I knew the girls were going to want to keep, or I was like pretty sure they were going to want to keep. So I'm just going ahead and organizing some of it for them. And then there was like some left over that I wasn't sure. And so I decided to have them come in and tell me what they wanted out of this pile or what they wanted to get rid of.
ahead and hold the camera for 1 second. Okay. Excuse me, this is one. Wait, you know what? I'll always take care of this. Okay. That's so sweet. Okay. I brought it out for your birthday. It's so cute. Like, well, no, I play with it. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to somewhere. Okay, anything else special? Wait, I like this guy. Oh, you need some for too. You got my camera too? No. Okay. So this one. Do you guys need this hard stuff? This and that. Okay. What can you do? Are you guys like this? What about uniform? No. Right. Come on. Right. Wait, is there anything here? No. Now this up. You guys think I'm going to use this? Okay. I can this up. There's one missing. There's one missing. It's broken. The ring is broken. I don't know where it's broken. This is one with your. Okay, so I'm talking about this shelf right here. What other shelf are you talking about? Can you get rid of this? Yes. All the buttons are on it. We can get rid of her. Right. All right. So anything else here? No. Anything here? Here. I'll give you this. All right. So as you use your dog, go ahead and work. Okay. Good to go. All right. Now you guys go.
Let me just say too, I was so beyond excited that Aubrey wanted to get rid of her big giant Barbie house and her big Barbie like cruise ship thing. I was so happy about that. Okay, so I ended up taking a big break from their room just because I was done like sorting all the toys and all of that kind of stuff, getting the floor all cleared off and all that. And so I was just focusing on their laundry, and now I am putting in their big giant area rug into the wash. So this is a washable 8x10 rug. It barely fits in my machines, but it does. And so anyway, I'm finally getting this thing washed up. So I felt like I couldn't really move forward until this was done, and then also all of their laundry, because I wanted to be able to declutter their clothes and all of that too. So I'm waiting for their laundry to be done now. And then also after I got their rug put into the dryer, we went to gymnastics and piano. And so we were actually gone for most of the day after this, and everything I got done already in the video was like in the morning. And then when I come back and finish the room, it's later in the day. So actually, this is still before we went and did all that. I forgot. I came in here and just vacuumed it real quick. Just wanted to make sure I got all of the dust and everything up because, you know, sweeping can only do so much. But sweeping is a huge help when you're decluttering and you just need to get everything into a pile and then sweeping up all the little junk toys as well. Okay, so now I'm getting the clothes out of the dryer. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I am just going to sort their laundry. So I am just sorting it into three piles. So a pile for Stella, a pile for Aubrey, and then I am making a Goodwill pile, like stuff that I already know I want to get rid of. And then they are going to go through their piles and let me know if there's anything else that they want to get rid of. But I am making a pile because like I already know that there's stuff that like every time they put something on, I cringe, or I'm like begging them not to wear something somewhere. So I am just putting that stuff already in the Goodwill pile.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. I can see the sun staring at you when you make that smile. I'm moving closer to you now. I can't get close enough somehow. And I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. I don't need anybody, I don't need anybody else. No one will ever take me, no one will ever take me away from you. I promise I will hold on to you. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Okay, so the piles for the girls are on the foot of the bed, and that pile up by the pillows is the donate pile that I have made. And now it's later in the day, and the girls are going through their clothes. They're letting me know if there's anything they want to get rid of, and they're also taking their clothes to their room and putting them away. I was exhausted at this point in the day. This was after gymnastics, after piano, and I was so done. I was so over this project. I was just so done.
Without you, you can take me high. Feels like I can fly.
Okay, so I had the crazy idea to cut this rug to fit around the posts of the loft bed. So bear with me, stick with me, and see how that goes.
Or you can like don't do that and screw it in. No, I'm gonna take it back. just watch the show. Come here. Babe, I'm making you stay with me. You need to cut that. I'm gonna take the one with the other. Okay. Right.
All right, and as you can see, I had to get back in my comfy clothes because I literally could not breathe in my jeans anymore. We ate dinner like before that, and I was so stuffed for some reason. I did not even eat that much, but I was so stuffed and I was so uncomfortable on the floor like this in my jeans.
You drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
So for now, I am joining these pieces of the rug together with the blue painter's tape on the back side, and then also I wanted to tape down these back corners over here just because I'm going to be moving the dressers over here and I just did not want the rug to get messed up at all. So I'm just taping the corners for now so they stay put. I did tape underneath and then I taped the corners down like on the top too, like you can actually see the tape. But I just decided like this would probably be best until at least all the furniture is in place. But I do plan on actually like hand sewing the rug together at the seams that I cut.
You guys can't like dance around the rug and move your feet all over it and like. This is cut and tape, so I want it to not go apart. So you guys have to be careful. Oh, I can stitch it back together. I was going to. I will actually. I'm going to go to the yarn. I can do it. We'll cause this to pull away from the other side. So that's what I mean. Don't slide your feet on it. Someone's in there. Are you using the for me?
All right, I feel deader than dead. It's late. Kids are going to bed. I'm so done. I'm so tired. This was a lot, and then moving the dressers was a lot, but so much better for now. So now all I have to do, I have a lot to do, but what I'm going to do is shiplap on all the walls. The loft beds will be white shiplap, and then I'm going to do fake wood floor on here like I did in my room. And that I'm going to get that back wall like finished also, and I want to put an actual door right here for Briella's room. So anyway, that's the next step.
Get a door for her room. Mama, what color are the walls gonna be?
White shiplap.
Oh, I wanted them to be pink.
Sorry.
With the butterflies on them.
Okay, so this was the big stuff that they're getting rid of that I'm gonna donate. Most of the stuff, like I said, got thrown away, and then I also I filled up an entire trash bag. But this basketball hoop, this Barbie house, this Barbie cruise ship, a bunch of these little mermaid toys. One kid is getting rid of her big electric dog, but the other kid was not ready to get rid of hers. And then just some random stuffed animals and dogs that are not special to anybody. A hat and this little purse thing. So anyway, this is the stuff the girls chose to get rid of. Everything else just got thrown in the trash. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was motivating. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.